the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monday night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is KR Stolfus, and I am bringing you OP Racing Premier Series as they kick off their playoff sessions. The schedule has moved into the playoffs, where we're going to have 3 races in the first round of 16, and I totally messed it up, so now we're recovering, and we're going to move right on into our pre-race interviews of all of our playoff drivers, and we're going to kick it off with the driver of the 12 from Full Sin Motorsports, and that is none other than Zach Fritsch. Zach, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, KR. How about yourself?
Oh, not too bad, but the 12 machine is out here representing Full Sin Motorsports here tonight. The round of 16 is underway. What's it going to take for Full Sin to make it into the round of 8?
Man, I feel like stage points is definitely the key here. I mean, those stage points are really, really crucial. And then I feel like just getting that win, just puts the cherry on top, advances you to the next round. I feel like the main point first would probably maybe get all them stage points as much as you can and see what you can do from there. So,
well, man, I think stage points are going to be incredibly important. Only 3 races that you can win, but you'll have 6 opportunities for stage points. So absolutely going to be one way to get in to the next round.
Yes, it is. Representing Full Sin Motorsports, it's me and Will Weber, and we're going to try all what we can with the 2 of us and see what we can accomplish here tonight, and plus these 3 races and for the rest of the playoffs. Hopefully we can, battle it out all the way to the championship. We've got our teammates with us, Jeff Crosby, and then unfortunately Sean McCara and Tyler Miller couldn't make it out tonight due to scheduling, but we're going to try our best with the 3 drivers we have tonight, with me and Will being in the chase and Jeff there to help us out.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you, and we look forward to talking to all of Full Sin Motorsports later on tonight in Victory Lane.
Appreciate it, KR. Have a good race.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. One of our playoff contenders, Full Sin Motorsports, but Zach Fritsch representing him and Will Weber. But now we're going to move on and surprise a driver. This is none other than Chris McCullough. Chris, you got your ears on, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, KR?
Oh, it's going all right. Just trying to get some pre-race interviews for our playoff contenders. And you are from ARC Racing. So we wanted to get a quick word in with you and get your thoughts and feelings on how you feel about this playoff getting ready to kick off here.
I'm looking forward to it. Big pressure moments are usually where I like to thrive in, and just ready to get it underway and get started.
All right, man. Well, that one machine looks like you're going to be by yourself as far as for teammates so far. Are you going to have any help from ARC?
I'm not sure. We'll find out here at the end. But I got a habit of making my own friends in the race anyways. Sometimes it's easier being by yourself.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you. On a scale of 1 to 6, how important is winning here tonight?
You always want to win. You always want to lock yourself to the next round, but I can push somebody to the win. As long as I get a good point stay, that's really what matters in this race.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you here tonight, and we look forward to talking to you here in a little bit in Victory Lane.
That'd be ideal. Have a good night.
All right, that is Chris McCullough from ARC Racing. Now we're going to move on to our next driver. This is none other than the driver in the 40 machine, and that is Peter DeBorgia. Peter, how you doing tonight, bud?
I'd be lying if I said there weren't a few butterflies, but it's been a couple weeks off here. Really excited to get back racing for sure.
Well, this 40 machine representing your team, Meteor Racing, and a couple of you guys are in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, I mean, we have 4 rookies on the squad between myself, Butler, Evans, and Lori, and the fact that we got 3 drivers out of the 5 of us into the playoffs, and only 16 are getting in, and you know that a bunch of Alliance guys and FSR guys are going to take a bunch of those spots. We're thrilled about it. I mean, it'd be cool to get 4 or 5, but honestly, getting 3 was probably still above the Vegas over-under at the beginning of the season.
I agree that, anytime you go up against Alliance or Fuel Sim Racing, they're going to take up a good chunk, but you guys here at Meteor Racing have put together a very solid team. What's it going to take for you guys to make it into the round of 8 and still have 3 bullets in your gun?
Got to do what we've been doing. Eric and I, Eric, he got a win, but it was pretty late in the season. We were all hanging on there in points for a while. I think that's going to be the big difference between the guys who make the top 8 and the guys who don't. Yeah, only 3 of us are going to get wins to advance, if that. So, consistent point showing, some stage points, leading laps, taking care of business, having a fast repair at the end for when it all breaks loose, and being able to have a chance for a good finish. That's what it's going to take. There's a lot of guys in the playoffs who have had relatively inconsistent seasons, who won a race and have gotten to kind of coast for a while. And, even Gabe, when he won a race earlier this season, he still had a top 5 season in points. He won a second race later. And, Eric and I have been, he got to exhale a little bit later. I haven't been able to exhale yet. I've been points racing since week 1 this season. So I think that actually puts us in a good position because we've had that every point matters mentality for a long time here.
All right, man. Well, hopefully every point will matter for you as you get not only a solid finish here tonight, but make your way into the round of 8. So I want to wish you good luck, and thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you, KR.
That is Peter DeBorgia from Meteor Racing. Now we're going to move on to our next driver who doesn't know it's coming, but it's a little late for him anyways. We'll wake him up. Mark Mann, you got your ears on, bud?
What's up, brother?
How you doing, Mr. Mann?
Oh, I'm just chillaxing, getting ready for the race.
All right, well, we are doing our pre-race interviews, and all of Alliance Motorsports has made it into the playoffs, so you get to represent not only yourself, but all the rest of your team. So make them look good here for the next 30 seconds.
Hey, well, man, I'm really hoping we can all have a good race. Me and Rick and Daniel and Logan and James. Hopefully we can make it out of here with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that's unrealistic, but it has happened. That's pretty much what we're shooting for here.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what, the Alliance Motorsports has the most drivers out of anyone for this playoffs. So how do you guys feel that increases your chances of making it into the round of 8?
Well, I think we have a relatively good chance of making it into the round of 8 as long as we can keep these cars clean tonight. I know that these cars are moving all around an awful lot in practice. I hope that doesn't translate to the race. Hopefully I don't make a crucial mistake. We just have to nail our pit stops, nail them together, come out together, try to flip the field if we get behind. Hopefully we don't have to use any quick repairs early. Just run our race how we've been racing all season long. I mean, I think we have a good chance of advancing if we do that.
All right, man. Well, I want to wish you all from Alliance Motorsports good luck, and I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us here tonight, man.
Oh, I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the fans, and cheer us on. We're looking for the support.
All right, that is Mark Mann from Alliance Motorsports stopping to give us a quick word in. So I appreciate him doing that. Now we're going to move on to our driver from Fuel Sim Racing, who was elected to give this interview, whether he knew it or not, and it is Hunter Reynolds. Hunter, you got your ears on, buddy?
Oh, yeah, I do. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, All right, so Fuel Sim Racing has 3 drivers in playoff contention here. What's the game plan for FSR and those 3 drivers?
Well, short answer, win and make it to the next round. Long answer, stay out of the wrecks, hit the pits, bunch of stuff. We just got to work together as a team here.
Well, working together as a team is something that FSR is well known for. And so with having 3 drivers to move forward, hopefully into the round of 8, is there going to be any pecking order, any team orders to help get that done?
Not particularly, no. When it comes down to it, you know, you got to help your lowest guy in the points. But at least for this first race, maybe the second one, it's just all about getting as much points that we can all rack up and hopefully snag a win here. But yeah.
All right, man. Well, qualifying's getting ready to start, so I'll shorten this up a little bit, man. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, and hopefully FSR will be into the round of 8.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
That is Hunter Reynolds from Fuel Sim Racing, and we're trying to move through all of these. There was 16 drivers made it into playoff contention. That means we can't talk to everybody, but we're going to try and talk to whoever we can. And now with qualifying starting, we'll make sure I'm not pulling somebody who's already on the track. Let's see if we can get this guy in to talk to us. Mr. Cobb, you got your ears on, bud? Oh, he is just...
I got you.
No, I see you just now starting to roll out for qualifying, so I'll hit you when you're done.
10-4, appreciate it.
All right, we'll come back to Randall Cobb. He had just started rolling out as soon as I pulled him up there. And I do believe that is the only team that is left that we have not talked to. We got 2 Meteor, because they got a lot of meat on them, so they're Meteor. Get it? Qualifying has started. So we got, we talked to Mark Mann from Alliance, talked to Peter DeBorgia from Meteor, Hunter Reynolds from Fuel Sim Racing, Mark Mann from Alliance, Chris McCullough, Zach Fritsch. That is everybody but Buck Wild, so we will let Randall Cobb get through his qualifying session, and then we'll pull him back in here. That will be all the teams being represented in our pre-race interviews. So Randall Cobb in the 52 out here qualifying. Derek Conley going to the top of the board right off the bat with a 53.81. Josh Milam, Daniel Holloway following behind him. And now Eric Laurie goes to the top of the leaderboard with a 53.80. The 071 of Eric Laurie on a pole for the moment. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 out on his qualifying lap. He is in his out lap trying to get up to speed. Randall Cobb moves up into third with a 53.81, so a good qualifying effort from Randall Cobb. Our drivers in the playoffs are highlighted in green. They also have a dash C after them as Hunter Reynolds right down on that yellow line coming onto Alabama Gang Super Stretch. Jim Bear in the 95. goes across the start finish line to start his qualifying effort. Another Chase contender. $16 Chase drivers, and I believe all 16 Chase drivers have shown up here tonight. Have quite the full field, as Hunter Reynolds in the 26 does go to the top of the leaderboard. But let's go ahead and get our word in with Randall Cobb, who right now sits in 5th place for qualifying. But Randall, this Buck Wild Racing team has 2 drivers here in the playoffs as you guys kick off this round of 16.
Yep. We've got it, 2 of us in here. Just go out and I'm gonna go out and be as aggressive as I can be, to be honest with you, and see where the chips lie and try to get as many stage points as possible. And got Dave and Bob there to help Sean and I. We usually always work pretty well together, so looking forward to it.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, Randall Cobb, you started this regular season run with 2 bad races where you didn't even get to start, and then you overcome that and make it into the playoffs. So an outstanding season that you've had. Is this hot streak that you're on going to continue in to this next 3 races?
Well, hopefully, as long as you didn't just jinx me on that. But
yeah,
I'm just kidding. We'll just have to see how it goes. I believe in that. This type of racing is a lot of luck, obviously, and we're just going to try to stay out of trouble and hopefully get lucky and not get caught up in too many accidents. Seem to have a pretty good share here at Talladega. We get 3 wide, and a lot of people get pretty ballsy. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on making it into the round of 16 for the playoffs. You and Sean Stevens both representing Buck Wild Racing in this endeavor. So good luck to both of you. And man, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, appreciate you having me, man. I appreciate it.
That is Randall Cobb from Buck Wild Racing. Even though we interrupted his qualifying effort to start with, he still laid down an excellent time. Right now he finds himself in 8th place. One driver out on track. That is the 33 of Jeff Crosby. Crosby in the 33 going across the start finish line. Jeff Crosby moves into 16th place for his qualifying effort. Hunter Reynolds, Gabe Butler, and Logan Helton, your top 3 right now. As the track goes quiet. Not a lot of action on the track right now. So we'll take this moment to give a quick rundown of how the round of 16 is going to go. 3 races. We kick it off here tonight at Talladega. Then we move to the Legacy Daytona for the Saddle Sore 250. And then we move on to Daytona International Speedway for the final race in the round of 16. That being said, we cut them down to 8 drivers after Daytona. Then we move into 2 races for the round of 8, the Talladega 250 and the bumpiest road 250, once again back at Legacy Daytona. Then we cut it down to 4, and we have our season 7 finale where the top 4 drivers are going to go at it at Daytona International Speedway. That is January 17th. So seems like it's a long way away, but it is just a handful of races away. And oh man, I'll tell you what, it is going to be an exciting playoff run. The regular season was just a thriller of a regular season, and now we're going to ratchet that up just a little bit more and go into our first race of playoff contention. So with that being said, we're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
we take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our drivers are taking to the grid for the first race in the round of 16. So let's get right into tonight's starting lineup. On the inside of row number 1 from Fuel Sim Racing, it is the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. On his outside in the 88 from Meteor Racing, that is Gabe Butler. Row number 2 will be Logan Helton in the 63 and Mark Mann on the outside of row number 2. Row 3 will be Eric Laurie and Jim Mayer in the 95. Row 4 will be Derek Conley and Randall Cobb. Row number 5 will be Will Weber and Josh Milam. Row 6 going to have our first non-chase contender. That is Zach Workman, and on the outside, the 62 of Les Levy. Row number 7 will be the 12 of Zach Fritsch and the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Row number 8 will be Peter DeBorgia and Jeff Crosby. Row number 9 will be Dave Hunt in the 53 and David Overstreet. Row 10, Andy Brigante and Dustin Barber. Row number 11 will be Chris McCullough and Daniel Holloway. Row 12 will be Bob Lacavera and Rick Seabrands. And then our final row here tonight will be Sean Stevens and Adam Evans. Take a quick look at our race info. This is the race 1 in the round of 16. 16 drivers will have 3 races as we try and figure out what 8 drivers are going to survive. We'll have 15 to 17 lap fuel runs here tonight, and only 1 fast repair is available. As the field makes its way around turns 3 and 4, we get ready to fire them off. Stage number 1, getting ready to get in the books. Stage 1 going in at the completion of lap 25. Cody Eldred, our race control, is back behind the keyboard here tonight, so we appreciate all of Cody Eldred's efforts. A much needed vacation, and if anyone followed him on Facebook, a much entertaining photo opportunity at the Colorado River. So here we go. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, in control of this field with the 88 of Gabe Butler on his outside as we get ready to drop the green flag for the first time in the playoffs. Here we go, folks. All 16 drivers from playoff contention are out here tonight. 26 drivers taking the green flag here at Talladega. Side by side they go through turns 1 and 2. Gabe Butler leading the charge on that second lane. Hunter Reynolds right there down on the yellow line as we got one car going 3 wide. That is the 62 of Les Levy in the Deathmobile, a non-chaser, and he is up in that third lane and he is falling back here. I believe he's looking for somewhere to slide into a spot and start clicking off some laps. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds on the inside of the 88, but Gabe Butler with all kinds of momentum is going to lead our first lap here tonight. Slides down to the inside. And now the 04 Mark Mann takes over the charge in the second lane as Butler down on that yellow line. Hunter Reynolds giving him a good little shot there. Everyone wiggling just a little bit. With everyone having a chance to get up to speed, our fastest laps of the race going to start clicking off here, and we're going to start seeing what kind of times they are turning, and all of them are in the low 50s to high 49s. Adam Evans in the 25 currently scored with the fastest lap of the race at a 49.80. The 25 machine, the rookie, setting an early lap statement. Adam Evans has had quite a few races where he has been at the front of the field, but just not able to secure a win. As the 04 of Mark Mann now has the race lead as he has dropped down to the inside. He and Jim Mayer leading their respective lanes as we start lap number 4 of 94. We are at Talladega, and I did misspeak. I spoke incorrectly. Stage 1 going to end at the completion of lap 20 as the yellow flag has come out. And we got trouble at the back of the pack. David Overstreet, Andy Brigante getting together. Not sure what happened to the 013 of Andy Brigante. Take another look here. The 013 just dead left. That steering wheel is locked hard to the left. Take one more look at this, and you see that 013. Something just went wrong in that race car as it turned dead left. Unfortunately, David Overstreet was there as well. So our first caution of the night finds the 04 of Mark Mann out in front with Jim Mayer, Gabe Butler running 1, 2, and 3. So the field all getting caught up behind the iRacing safety vehicle I expect we'll see everybody on the pit road this time. As here they come. And with that being said, we are going to step away for a quick break. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them four abreast, often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers make their way down the backstretch here at Talladega. The lights have gone out on the safety vehicle. Zach Fritsch, by virtue of not coming down pit road, has the race lead. Mark Mann in the 04 going to restart on his outside. Then it's Jim Mayer and Gabe Butler for row number 2. Row 3 will be the 26 of Hunter Reynolds and the 63 of Logan Helton. Logan Helton in that 63, your regular season champion, if I recall correctly. Now he is on his way to try and become the season champion as well. Safety vehicle is in. Zach Fritsch in control of the field. Adam Evans and David Overstreet have rejoined the race. Everybody on the lead lap still. So here we go. Green flag getting ready to come out. All 26 cars still out on track. All 26 on the lead lap. Our first caution of the night comes to a conclusion. And we get ready to sail off into turns 1 and 2 as we look for our first driver to win some stage points in the round of 16. Zach Fritsch going to have to come down pit road and make a pit stop. Not 100% sure if this one caution flag is enough to get him to the end of the stage. As Mark Mann in the 04 slides down in front of Zach Fritsch. We'll keep a sharp eye on the 12 and see if he can make it work throughout the rest of stage 1 without coming down pit road. Meanwhile, Josh Milam in the 7. He has got hooked up with his teammate, the 28 of Derek Conley. They are starting to utilize that third lane here at Talladega. As Jim Mayer in the 95 slides down in front of his teammate. We're going to go 3 wide for the race lead off of turn number 2. Josh Milam, Logan Helton, and Jim Mayer leading the respective lanes. Crosby in the 33 really giving a good shove to the 63 of Logan Helton. Logan slides down to the inside. Now Jeff Crosby in the 33 going to be the leading in that second lane. Gabe Butler down on the shoulder there as everyone kind of scattered in that middle lane. We stay green. We are still 3 wide, but Josh Milam in the 7 going to have all kinds of momentum. Slides down to the inside. Derek Conley goes down a lane as well. Now Peter DeBorgia in the 40 has Dustin Barber in the 6 on his back bumper, but that third lane lost a little bit of momentum. They're trying to gather it back in. So FSR now running 1 and 2 and in control of the 2 lanes. Liberty Fires. How you doing, Liberty? Haven't got to talk to my fan club in YouTube chat. I'm sure that all of you are here for me, and none of you are here for a certain driver. I want to thank you all for being here for me. And my sarcasm is dripping off my fingertips. No, I do appreciate y'all coming out here. I hope y'all enjoy the show that we try to put on. Remember, cheer loudly and often for your favorite driver. A lot of them do go back and watch these broadcasts, and they will be able to see that live chat. As Derek Conley in the 28 slides down in front of Josh Milam. Rick Seabrands in the 4 does have the fastest lap of the race right now at a 49.50. Crosby in the 33, challenging Derek Conley in the 28. Crosby in that second lane. Gabe Butler in the 88 all the way up in the third lane as Chris McCullough gets the fastest lap honors at a 49.45. So business picking up a little bit out there. 2 laps in a row where someone has set the fastest lap of the race. Milam in the 7 sliding up in front of Crosby. Third lane now has 4 cars in it and starting to gain some ground. Remember, stage 1 will end at the completion of lap 20. On board with the 071 of Eric Laurie Just ahead of him is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Lori right in the middle of 3 wide racing action, so trying to keep that wheel nice and steady. Playoff contender in the 071, Zach Fritsch just ahead of him. Mark Mann in the 04. A lot of playoff contenders out here tonight. With 26 cars starting this race and 16 of them being playoff contenders, it's not hard to see or find a green spoiler. As we did get a little bit crazy coming off of turn number 2. Everyone able to gather it in. So things settling down for just a little bit. We are still 3 wide racing. Gabe Butler in the 88 has been up in that 3rd lane, trying to gain some ground. Logan Helton, Josh Milam leading the lower 2 lanes. Jim Mayer in the 95, teammates with the 63, the 28. Derek Conley, teammates with the 7 of Josh Milam. Right now they are pushing the enemy. Really what you got to do is you just got to work with whoever you can go with, whoever has the best runs, and try and make something happen. As we got trouble coming off of turn number 4. 1 car hard into the wall. That is the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. He has smacked the inside wall. Take a look and see how that formed off of turn number 4. Peter DeBorgia saves it. Randall Cobb keeps it off the wall as well. On board with Will Weber. Take another look here. So some very close racing coming off of turn number 4. The yellow flag coming out once again. I don't believe this is going to be the end of the stage. Not 100% sure. We'll wait and see. Yeah, with nobody coming down pit road, we are going to get a lap in under green for the stage. Half the field did come down pit lane, so 14 drivers stayed out. Everyone else hit pit road. So Josh Milam in the 7 going to have to get a good restart and hold off that hard charger in the 63. Logan the Kid Helton. So 2 cautions here in stage number 1. As The field makes its way around very slowly. Okay. I'm taking this moment to figure out what exactly is going on with my throat. I think I got some allergy action going on, so I apologize for the quiet time, but just trying to lubricate my throat very well and clear it out. So Josh Milam in the 7. In the 63 of Logan Helton. Gonna have a whole bunch of hungry race cars behind them. Top 12 positions right now are covered by Chase contenders. Bob Lacavera in the 5 is the first non-Chase driver. Well, I'm sorry, Jeff Crosby up there in 6th place. A non-Chase contender. So a lot of our Chase drivers have found a way into the top 10. We talked to at least one person from every team. A lot of them talked about stage points and trying to get some wins and get those stage wins. One of the things I realized was only 3 drivers can win, but there are 2 stage ending possibilities up for grabs in each race. If you can't get that win at the end of the race, man, trying to get all those stage points you can is going to be huge. Lights have gone out on the safety vehicle. Logan Helton on the inside for this restart. Josh Milam on the outside as he's going to try and work with his teammate. Derek Conley in the 28. Jim Mayer in the 95. Going to try and push on the 63 of Logan Helton. Mark Mann in the 04 and Jeff Crosby in the 33. That's going to be row number 3 for this restart. They make their way onto the front stretch, and this caution period going to come to an end. Going to have a 2-lap shootout to the end of this stage. Logan Helton and Josh Milam leading the field to this green flag. 2 more times around for our first stage here tonight. It is going to be a wild 2 laps. I'm telling you right here and now, it's going to be crazy because here we go. The 7 of Josh Milam gets a good jump, but Logan Helton in the 63 challenging right back on that inside line. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, jumped out of line there very briefly, but pulled it back in right in front of the 1 of Chris McCullough. And we make our way onto the backstretch. All 26 cars still on the lead lap. All 26 of them out there and racing. Hunter Reynolds, though, at the tail end of this field. He and Zach Fritsch running at the very back. We're coming around to get one more lap to go here in stage 1. Josh Milam drops down to the inside. Derek Conley in the 28 in the second lane. Will Weber in the 68, trying to make something happen in the third lane, but he is all by himself now. Had a teammate, had a partner with him up there, and now that has fizzled out. Will Weber trying to stay tough in that third lane by himself, but going to lose that battle is the 7 of Josh Milam and the 28 of Derek Conley. Conley not able to keep the 63 pinned down. Will Logan Helton make the move up into the second lane? And there he goes, Logan Helton trying to make a move, going 3 wide. He is going to go for it, but Josh Milam in the 7 going to get it at the line for stage number 1. As a caution flag comes out, I believe the 95 of Jim Mayer, maybe even at the line, finishing second over Logan Helton. Not 100% sure. That one was very, very close. But Josh Milam in the 7 did pick up the win for stage number 1. So the field going to get caught up to the pace car. And so race control did confirm it for me. Josh Milam is your stage 1 winner. Jim Mayer in the 95 second. Then Logan Helton in the 63 going to end up in third. As the field catches up to the safety vehicle, everyone going to come down pit road. And we will talk to our stage 1 winner. See how he feels about this race so far. Make sure you join us next Monday night for the Saddle Sore 250. That is race number 2 in our round of 16. And if you need something else to do, you can join me this Wednesday night for the OP Grand National Series as they roll into race number 2 of their round of 16. As pit road is a very, very busy place. Dave Hunt in the 53 stays out. He does not come down pit lane. Daniel Holloway in the 21, I believe, drove through pit lane. Logan Helton and Josh Milam making their way off of pit road. So let's get our stage 1 winner here, and let's get talking to the driver of the 7. That is Josh Milam. Josh, got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir. What's up, KR?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just talking about some racing, watching you do some racing. What's it like out there tonight?
It's feeling good, man. Track feels good. Car feels good. Everything's going nice right now.
Yeah. It's going nice, huh? In what way?
Yeah. In the most wholesome way.
Oh, okay. Wholesome. Well, man, you win stage number 1 here in the very first opportunity. What kind of statement does that make to the rest of the field?
Well, they're going to have to grab some stage points, being that I believe the top 6 drivers that are in the playoffs just grabbed the top 6 spots. The points are huge right now. They're huge if you don't get a win. Well, that win puts you in automatically, but if you don't get the win, you got to have as many points as you can, and stages are crucial. So it's finishing the race. So those 10 points right there are going to be awesome for me.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on winning stage 1. Nice job making that early statement. And FSR looking like you guys are working together as usual very, very well. So, man, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give before I send you back down to your team?
Definitely shout out to my FSR guys. Hope they stay safe out there. Shout out to Eric, Christina, and Luna. Eric, better crack open a cold one for me right there. Shout out to UKR for coming out and broadcasting tonight, man.
All right, that is Josh Milam, your stage 1 winner from Fuel Sim Racing. Nice job, Josh. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. So Dave Hunt in the 53 did not come down pit road. He is scored as your race leader. Logan Helton in the 63 on the outside for this restart. Row number 2 will be the 7 of Josh Milam and the 88 of Gabe Butler. And row 3 will be the 33. Always bet on black. The driver, Jeff Crosby. On his outside, the 28 of Derek Conley. With all of that being said, here we go. Stage number 2 going to fire off. This one going to end at the completion of lap 40. And then it is on to the end of the race. So far tonight, we have had 3 cautions, as I just saw some violence being committed to the blue cone. Have to say something. We all like violence here towards the blue cone, I'm sure. You can't be the only one. Anyways, completely forgot what I was doing, what I was saying. Gonna be a good night. I'm enjoying myself. Hope you guys are too. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that thumbs up for the drivers. Let them know you appreciate the show that they are putting on for you here tonight. Dave Hunt in the 53, who just missed out by less than 10 points, if I recall correctly, on making it into the playoffs. Here he is leading this race on a unique strategies. He did not come down pit road. He was the only driver to not come down pit road. So we'll see how that works out for the 53 of Dave Hunt as we get ready to go green flag once again. Long wait through the trial, and away we go. The green flag is out. We are back underway here at Talladega. Our 3rd caution of the night coming to an end. And Logan Helton in the 63 wasting no time, sliding down in front of the 53 of Dave Hunt. Now Gabe Butler in the 88 into the lead of the 2nd lane. All the way at the back of the field is the one of Chris McCullough. Came down pit road to top off his fuel tank, a little splash and go. We ride on board with McCullough. He is behind the 25 of Adam Evans. McCullough right now in 24th spot here on track. Les Levy in the 62. Last car on track at 62. The Deathmobile looks like it's waiting for the right time to strike, just like in the movie Animal House. It waited for the right moment to be unveiled and wreak havoc. Les Levy gonna try and win this race. And if I were to pick a dark horse, and by dark horse I mean a non-chase contender, I would pick that 62 Les Levy to win a race here and upset some of these chase contending drivers. Three wide at the front. Will Weber in the 68 pushing very hard on the 28 of Derek Conley as Conley slides down in front of Gabe Butler. Eric Laurie in the 071 leading the charge in the third lane. Laurie working with his teammate Peter DeBorgia in the 40. Right behind him is Jim Mayer in the 95, trying to get to the back bumper of the 88 as Butler slides up in front of Will Weber. Ooh, Peter DeBorgia, big wiggle down the back stretch, gathers it back in. Randall Cobb in the 52 right there as well. Biggest mover of the race so far is Bob Lacavera. As that 5 machine finds himself inside the top 10, gaining 13 positions from where he qualified. We continue to run 3 wide. Eric Laurie and Peter DeBorgia falling back just a little bit in that third lane as they're down to 3 cars in that lane. Our entire field separated by 2.2 seconds from race leader Will Weber in the 68 back to last place car Chris McCullough in 26th spot. So 2.2 seconds. That is honestly a shorter amount of time from the front to the back than when they started the race. So Weber in the 68 working with the 04 of Mark Mann. Eric Laurie and Peter DeBorgia still trying to get that third lane going. They have made some ground, but those 2 cars working very hard. They are looking for some more to get up on the top side with them, but so far nobody joining them. Driver of the 26, that is Hunter Reynolds. He was involved in one of our cautions here earlier in stage number 1. Fast repair being used, only 1 fast repair available. Hunter Reynolds has already had to use it, so he is back playing safe. Logan Helton in the 63 falling back as well. Logan has been steadily falling back, and I'm not sure if that's by design for the 63 or not. However, he has just hooked up with the 4 of Rick Seabrands. Those 2, some of the winningest drivers here in OP on Monday night. So trouble could be brewing for the rest of the field as the 63 maybe is looking for the 4, and those 2 going to hang out at the back till they feel the time is right. Meanwhile, the 88 of Gabe Butler continuing to lead. Eric Laurie and Peter DeBorgia now have several cars up in that third lane with them. The 7 of Josh Milam, the 21 of Daniel Holloway, and the 6 of Dustin Barber. Dave Hunt in the 53 still has not come down pit road just yet. Last time he was on pit road was on lap 16. So just before the end of the stage. As we look off the nose of the 53, looking at the 95 of Jim Mayer. Will Weber in the 68 has moved down to the inside line. Now has the 88 of Gabe Butler pushing on him. The 04 of Mark Mann leading the charge in the second lane, and Eric Laurie still working that third lane with the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Lap 33 of 94 is where we find ourselves right now. Randall Cobb in the 52, tucked in tight behind the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Just a handful of laps left to go here in stage number 2. This one ending at the completion of lap 40. We're going to be right on the limit of fuel. Somebody's going to try and make it to the end of stage 2, I am sure. Or they could all be feeling like they can make it to the end of the stage without fueling up. But they're at 18 laps to the end of stage 2 from when they last pitted. And you add in the 2 cautions, so they all might be able to make it. I was told 15 to 17 laps on a fuel run. We'll see if they can all make it or not. We begin lap 35 of 94, and Mark Mann in the 04 down in front of Will Weber. Zach Fritsch in the 12. Eric Laurie in the 071. Those are your respective leaders for the 3 lanes that we have here as they make their way down the backstretch. Everyone's staying very calm, but trying to race as close as they can. Off of turn number 4 is 3 wide racing action. Talladega has lots of room for it. You can be 3 wide lap after lap. It does get a little tense. There's a lot more room here at Talladega than there is at Daytona. So you don't feel as cramped when you do go 3 wide. Mark Mann in the 04. Started in 4th place. Finds himself now battling Will Weber, who has the momentum down the back stretch. Gets half a nose out in front of Mark Mann before they send it off into the corner. And the 04 comes right back to take the race lead back away from the 68. Eric Laurie and Peter DeBorgia falling back just a little bit. Very hard to get that 3rd lane to have consistent car count up there. As the 2nd lane, big wiggles coming out of a lot of those guys in the 2nd lane. So Mark Mann and Will Weber running a 1 and 2, the 88 of Gabe Butler. Right to the inside of the 68. Butler not yet clearing the 68 of Will Weber. And now he does clear him and does make the move. And here comes the 53 of Dave Hunt. Almost made it to the end of the stage. Couldn't quite get it done. So he will be the only one on pit road, but that could play into his favor next time around under these next caution for the stage, as he will be able to stay out once again. Mark Mann in the 04 and Gabe Butler in the 88 battling it out as we're coming to the final few laps here in stage number 2. Zach Fritsch in the 12, now leading that 3rd lane. Eric Laurie and Peter DeBorgia had fallen way back. They had gotten in line at the tail end of the field. So 3 wide racing action, 2 more laps to go here in stage number 2. Mark Mann in the 04, Derek Conley in the 28, the 33 of Jeff Crosby. Those are your first 3 cars down on the yellow line. Then it's the 88 of Gabe Butler, the 68 of Will Weber, and the 52 of Randall Cobb. 3 cars right there in the middle lane. Then Zach Fritsch, Jim Mayer, and Josh Milam. As we got trouble at the front, Mark Mann goes airborne and lands hard on his roof. Randall Cobb sideways. Will Weber involved. A lot of cars involved. Derek Conley in the 28 going to squeeze through. And Jeff Crosby getting through as well. So Conley going to win the stage. But the yellow flag coming out for a big, big crash off of turn number 4. Mark Mann in the 04 just went airborne. Big time tumble for the 04, and it looks like it's not going to land on all fours, and tough break for him. He's going to have to take a flatbed back to his stall. Go on board with the 95 of Jim Mayer. A lot of cars involved in this one, but Derek Conley, Jeff Crosby, they're able to get through. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, makes a very good decision, not heading down pit road. Our field is making its way onto pit lane. Bob Lacavera in the 5 trying to get back out before he goes a lap down. So with everyone on the pit road, let's get a word in with our stage 2 winner. That is the 28 of Derek Conley. Derek, you got your ears on, bud?
Hey, KR, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, it's going all right. But stage 2 came to a very abrupt end with some violent action coming off of turn number 4. Tell us what you saw out there.
Just a lot of mess. I mean, I was sitting here thinking, like, I'm going to get the top 5, maybe, you know, top 6. I'm going to get points. Then out of nowhere, I saw Mark Mann go out in outer space. Josh Milam gets slammed into a wall. I mean, I think Elon Musk is going to be calling Mark later for SpaceX rights. It was just a lot of calamity. Did not expect to see that happen.
Well, putting yourself in the right place at the right time is always a good thing to do. And, man, you pulled that one off perfectly, able to squeeze through there and pick up the stage win. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
As always, want to thank you all for being in the booth every single Monday with us. I want to thank everybody that comes out and watches. You know, we love coming back and seeing you all being active participants in the chat, keeping KR awake because we know we're extremely boring out here. I want to thank everybody who comes out on Monday nights, races with us. Also, everybody that comes out races on the Wednesdays and Saturdays as well. Josh, Hunter, Jimmy, Dustin. I want to thank them for being great teammates. Want to give Ernie Williams a shout out, doing his deal out in the Dirt Pro series this season. So, yeah, that would be about it.
All right, Derek. Nice job on stage number 2, man. Once again, congratulations.
Appreciate it, man.
It's Derek Conley from Fuel Sim Racing, your stage 2 winner. Peter DeBorgia in the 40 peeling off for pit road. So too are quite a few other cars. A lot of them, in fact. And so that will give the race lead back to the 28 of Derek Conley. With all the hubbub and whatnots and crashed race cars, Bob Lacavera, Mark Mann, and Josh Milam have gone one lap down. On the restart, row number 1, the 28 of Derek Conley and the 63 of Logan Helton. Row 2 going to be the 62 of Les Levy and the 46 of David Overstreet. Row number 3, the 013 of Andy Regante. On his outside, the 53 of Dave Hunt. Dave Hunt did come down pit road with everybody else at the end of this stage. He is back on the same schedule as the rest of the field. So far, FSR has picked up the 2 stage wins that have been available. Josh Milam picked up stage 1, Derek Conley stage 2. Logan Helton in that 63 for Alliance Motorsports has been chomping at the bit all race long. We have seen that 63 up front. He fell to the back, but here he is once again back in front of this field. So trouble for 2 of our chase contenders, Mark Mann and Josh Milam. They find themselves 1 lap down, and they will need the help of a caution to get back on the lead lap. They might need a couple of cautions to do it as well. Bob Lacavera also 1 lap down. So 23 cars on the lead lap. All 26 cars are still out there, as Derek Conley and Logan Helton lead this field to the green flag, and away we go. Just 3 cars in the second lane. Everyone else behind them came down pit road, topped off their fuel tanks, and had to serve a penalty by getting in the longest line. So single file we get very quickly here because of how they were at the front of the field. Peter DeBorgia in the 40 up in the second lane, trying to make something happen. For the most part, our leaders single file. Meanwhile, back of the pack, yeah, not so much. They are out for blood, every man for himself, as they are trying to get the positions that they can right here on this restart. From 3 wide now down to 2 wide. Will Weber in the 68, who survived that big crash that we just had at the end of stage 2. Burned a fast repair, and here he is back on track in 18th spot, trying to make up some lost ground. Meanwhile, the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, who had a tremendous run just a lap ago, was midfield, and now all of a sudden he is up front, makes a move down to the inside in front of the 28 of Derek Conley. As this field gets bunched up side by side, Will Weber in the 68 does try to make something happen in the third lane, but he is all by himself there. Gaining ground. He's moved up into 12th spot. Last time we talked about Weber, he was in 18th. So he is moving forward. Josh Milam in the 7 is the first car 1 lap down. So Josh Milam battling with the 5 of Bob Lacavera and the 04 of Mark Mann to be the first car 1 lap down. Should the caution come out, they'll receive the free pass. Jim Mayer in the 95 picked up 2 wins so far this season. One of the few drivers to have multiple wins. Only 4 drivers in total picked up more than 1 win. Jim Mayer got 2. Gabe Butler got 2. Josh Milam got 2. Logan Helton in the 63 picked up 3 wins this season. As the 40 and the 95 lead the rest of the field down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Lap 47 of 94 is where we find ourselves. Be looking for these guys to hit pit road. We're around lap 60. I believe we're going to see 2 more stops for fuel from here. So DeBorgia leading the race. Will Weber in the 68, bound and determined to use that 3rd lane. Josh Milam in the 7 gets his lap back the difficult way, but now he needs the help from a caution to get himself caught up to the field. But Daniel Holloway in the 21 says, "No, you stay 1 lap down. You're good right there." It's Holloway makes the pass as the race leader. Now slides down in front of the 7 of Josh Milam. So the 21 of Holloway, your race leader. Josh Milam in the 7, 1 lap down. Now he's trying to make a move. Will Weber in the 68 working with the 33 of Jeff Crosby. Milam trying to very desperately to get back on the lead lap. And he has every right to be trying that. He's running a very respectful race there among the leaders. If he can get his lap back or be out in front of the leader when the caution flag flies, if we even get a caution, I'd put him back on the lead lap if he's out in front. And it's up to Bob Lacavera or Mark Mann to determine which one wants the spot that gets the free pass. Right now, Bob Lacavera in the 5 is out in front of Mark Mann. We take a look at that battle there. Bob Lacavera in that red and white yellow number 5 machine, just a few car lengths ahead of the 04 Mark Mann. So that is a battle taking place to be the first car 1 lap down. Should the 7 of Josh Milam be able to clear the 21 of Holloway, and should we get a caution? So Milam mixing it up with the leaders here. He is scored in 24th spot. Holloway in the 21. Peter DeBorgia in the 40. Jim Mayer in the 95 and the 68 of Will Weber. Those are your top 4 cars right now. Les Levy in that Deathmobile 62 looks like he is just lurking like a shark, treading the water, waiting for the right opportunity to take a chomp out of the Dean. What's his name? I forget the Dean's name from Animal House. Roberts? Was it Dean Roberts? I don't think that's right. I don't know. Either way, that's 62. Wonderful paint job on it. I gotta give that one paint job of the race. Not a clean looking race cars, but there's something about that 62 looking nice and mean. I like it. So Holloway from Alliance Motorsports out in up front. Holloway picked up the win November 8th at the bumpy Daytona. That was his one win in the regular season. So he picked up that win and locked himself into playoff contention. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, trying to make a move to the outside of the 21. Cody Eldred chiming in saying Dean Vernon Wormer. That sounds right. Who's Roberts? Was Principal Roberts? Is that Ferris Bueller's Day Off? I don't know. I don't even know where Roberts come from. Maybe I'm just shooting blanks at the wall and hoping something sticks. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, challenging the 21 to Daniel Holloway for the race lead. DeBorgia in that second lane, trying to build some momentum with the 68 of Will Weber. DeBorgia has the spot for the race lead, but does not clear the 7 of Josh Milam. Now through turns 1 and 2, the 40 falls back just a little bit. Wiggle out of the 21, but he gathers it back in. Derek Conley in the 28 would love nothing more than to help out the 7 of Josh Milam. He is trapped behind the 21 and the 62 to his outside. Jeff Crosby in the 33 and Sean Stevens in the 27. We haven't got to talk about the 27 yet here tonight. Sean Stevens, one of our playoff contenders. Stevens got in on points in very dramatic fashion. Last race of the regular season, he went, he was going to go down swinging. Let's just say he did an outstanding job to get all the points he could in that WoW Video Tours 27 machine. And now here he is trying to make the most of it. Finds himself inside the top 10 here on lap 56 of 94. So DeBorgia in the 40 and the 7 of Josh Milam leading the respective lanes. Josh Milam one lap down, or last car on the lead lap, given that could change at any moment depending on the run that the 40 has, as now the 7 on the inside sticks his nose out in the clean air and is technically back on the lead lap. And now the 40 with a wiggle from the 68. The Borgia able to hold on to it. Will Weber, smart move by the 68, getting off the throttle and letting the 40 catch it. We stay green here on lap 57 of 94. We had 2 cautions in stage number 1. Stage 2, almost caution free. They were coming to the end of the stage when calamity struck coming off of turn number 4. So 4 cautions have slowed down our race number 1 in the round of 16. As Peter DeBorgia slides down in front of Josh Milam in the 7. Now Milam going to have to push hard on the 40 and try and get that second lane cleared so he can make a move to the outside and get back on the lead lap, but that's not going to happen. The 7 of Josh Milam heading for pit road with Derek Conley and Hunter Reynolds, Daniel Holloway joining them, Jimmy Reynolds, Dustin Barber, all on the pit lane there. So green flag pit stops happening now. The rest of the field getting single file very quickly. Will Weber in the 68, your race leader. Principal Rooney. It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That was close. They both start with an RO. Roberts, Rooney. Here comes Will Weber and quite the pack of drivers for pit lane. Logan Helton stays out. Chris McCullough, Rick Seabrands, and Zach Workman all stay out. So just 4 drivers left to hit pit road that are on the lead lap. 63, the 1, and the 4 all trying to stretch their fuel as far as possible. And here they come for pit lane. 5 cars to hit pit road this time. Going to complete our green flag pit stop cycle, and everyone on the brakes nice and easy. Will Weber in the 68, winning the race off of pit road from his group of drivers. They're trying to get up to full speed. Daniel Holloway in the 21. Got his race car wound up all the way. Oh, trouble off of turn 4. 1 car hard into the wall. That is the 53 of Dave Hunt. Take a look at this. Peter DeBorgia got into the 7 of Josh Milam, and Dave Hunt gets stuffed into the wall. And the yellow flag is going to come out. And Logan Helton going to get a break there as the caution flag came out before he was up to full speed. So he is scored as the race leader. Let's take another look. The 40, the 53, and the 7. Peter DeBorgia makes a move up into the 7, and Dave Hunt just gets stuck in the wall. Josh Milam in the 7 fighting tooth and nail to hold on to that race car and does a great job. So yellow flag is out after we had just completed our first round of green flag pit stops here in the final stage. So who's going to come down pit road and who is going to stay out? Logan Helton peeling off for pit road. Looks like everyone else going to come down pit lane as well. Splash of fuel for the 63 and down and away he goes. Mark Mann in the 04 does get back on the lead lap by winning that free pass. So the 04 Mark Mann gonna get caught back up to the tail end of this field here and gonna have a shot at winning this thing, as he is back on the lead lap after he got turned into a rocket ship and unfortunately landed with the wheels to the sky. The Batmobile gonna make his way onto pit road. Bob Lacavera in the 5. Did not get to pass the pace car, so he gonna try and do the wave around. Last time he was on pit road was lap 58. He's gonna have a shot at getting back on the lead lap, but a little bit of a different fuel strategy for him. As the field cycles around for the last time at a nice steady pace. Stacking them up side by side, 2 by 2. And let's go marching 2 by 2. Hurrah! Hurrah! Logan Helton in the 63. Rick Sebrands in the 4. Alliance Motorsports locking out the front row for this restart. Then it's the 27 of Sean Stevens from Buck Wild Racing. And on the outside, well, that's Eric Laurie in the 071. Row number 3 going to be the 28 of Derek Conley and the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Hunter Reynolds been at the back of the pack since he went for his spin down to the infield, and here he is trying to regain all that ground that he lost and making some moves at the front of the field. Safety vehicle down and out of the way. Logan Helton got that long wait before the green flag, but he and Rick Seabrand's plenty of time to figure out when the right time to go is. As the green flag is out and away we go once again. 27 as Sean Stevens giving a big shove to the 63 of Logan Helton. Man, they get a great run into turn one. And Stevens stays glued to the back bumper of Logan Helton. Rick Seabrand's in the 4 is closing in. But what an outstanding start by the 68 or 63 and 27. So Logan Helton in the 63 now has to contend with the 4 of Rick Seabrand's on his outside. Eric Laurie in the 071, who was working very hard to get that third lane going earlier in this race. Now not having to work so much. He's behind the 4 of Rick Seabrand's as Rick slides down in front of his teammate. Logan Helton in the 63, now the second car on the inside line. Not too long ago, the 4 and the 63 were looking for each other, but they were looking for each other at the back of the pack. Well, here they are, hooked back up once again at the front of the field. They are running 1 and 2 down on that yellow line. Eric Laurie in the 071 from Meteor Racing, trying to get another win on the season and be the first one to punch the ticket into the round of 8. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, has the 63 of Logan Helton, making a move to his outside here at the Tri-Oval. So Logan Helton now with a head of steam going into the corner. Slides down in front of the 4 Rick Seabrand's and makes the pass for the race a lead look easy. Meanwhile, Les Levy in the 62 had been trying to get that third lane going for a couple of laps. He has his teammate David Overstreet up there with him. Right now it's just 2 cars in that third lane. They have not given up just yet. Jeff Crosby and Will Weber going to move up there now. We got 26 laps to go. One more pit stop here tonight to settle this one out. Going to be the money stop. Could be under green flag, could be under caution. We've had 5 cautions. Forget. I have no idea how to keep track of this kind of stuff. I'm going to be completely honest. I do the best I can, and listen, my best isn't very good, that's for sure. I believe we've had 2, 3, 4, 5 cautions now. Fairly certain it's 5. "25 laps to go here with 2 cars not on the lead lap." That's the 7 of Josh Milam and the 53 of Dave Hunt. Dave Hunt multiple laps down. Josh Milam just 1 lap down. Milam, the only chase contender right now that is not on the lead lap. Everyone else is, so everyone going to have a shot at winning this race as things stand. As Hunter Reynolds in the 26 slides down in front from the top lane all the way down to the bottom. Our 3 wide racing action is picking up once again. The racing action ratcheting up as we're inside of 25 laps to go. Bob Lacavera in the 5 has fallen off the pace here. He is on the lead a lap, but he is half a lap behind Logan Helton in the 63, who is currently our race leader. So 3 wide with Derek Conley in the 28 up on the high side. The 4 Rick Sebrands in the 63 of Logan Helton. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds looking for an opening to make a move to the outside lane. Had it there for a moment but did not take it, so he stays tucked in behind the 63. Now the 26 in the second lane going through the tri-oval. Rick Sebrands in the 4 trying to push hard on him. Gets it done as the 26 slides down to the inside. So Hunter Reynolds now your race leader. Off of turn number 4, here comes the field once again for everyone to get a great look at them down the front stretch. Still have 26 cars in this race. Not all 26 are on the lead lap. Just 24 cars on the lead lap. Bob Lacavera, you see him just going off screen there. Getting closer to falling down a lap. Go on board with the 95 of Jim Mayer. The 6 of Dustin Barber just to his outside. The 17, Jimmy Reynolds just ahead of him. So 3 wide racing here at Talladega. Very easy to pull off, lots of room. Will Weber has made quite the use of it. Now he slides in behind the 4 of Rick Sebrands. Logan Helton in the 63 trying to make the pass on the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Can't get it done down the back stretch. And Reynolds has Sean Stevens in the 27 pushing on his back bumper. Gonna have 19 laps to go this time by. Bob Lacavera pulled on to pit road to get out of the way of the field. A smart move by the driver of the 5. 4-tire stop for Bob Lacavera. Down and away. He is going to rejoin the race. Alamette 1 lap down. Conley in the 28, your stage 2 winner. Challenging for the race lead on the outside of the 63 of Logan Helton. Rick Seabrand's in the 4. Now leading the second lane as Derek Conley slides down in front of the 63. We go off the nose of the 62 of Les Levy. The Deathmobile can look at this long line of cars in front of him. As everyone has gotten single file here, that's a good indicator that green flag pit stops are not too far away. Rick Seabrand's, Will Weber, and Jeff Crosby, 3 cars in the second lane. So going to take a couple of laps here to get through these green flag pit stops. And the longer you go here, the more covered you are. Should we get a green-white checkered attempt, as we almost had a yellow there, but Will Weber and Sean Stevens do an excellent job of hanging on to their race cars. And here comes several drivers for pit road, but the 28 and the 26 stay out. So 14 cars stay out right there. Everyone else coming on to pit road. Logan Helton, Eric Laurie, Gabe Butler, Mark Mann, Jim Mayer, Randall Cobb, Peter DeBorgia, Rick Seabrand, Adam Evans, and Dave Hunt all hit pit road that time. So with 16 laps to go, Derek Conley and Hunter Reynolds gonna stay out for another lap. Jeff Crosby, Zach Fritz, Chris McCullough, Will Weber, Daniel Holloway, Andy Brigante, Zach Workman, and David Overstreet all hit pit lane that time. It's a 5 of Bob Lacavera, gonna go another lap down. So just a handful of cars here in this pack have not hit pit road, and here they come. They're peeling off and making their way. 28 of Derek Conley, hard on the binders, locks them up just a little bit. Meanwhile, Logan Helton in the 63 makes his way around the 33 of Jeff Crosby, the 4 of Rick Seabrands, and the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. They got that train rolling. Off the nose of the 63, Hunter Reynolds down and away. Derek Conley, all of them going to get swallowed up very quickly by Logan Helton here, as Logan did come down pit road and one of the first drivers to pit. So Logan makes quick work. 14 laps to go, and the 63 is out in front. And Alliance Motorsports getting lined up. 1, 2, 3, and 4 down on the inside line. Jim Mayer in the 95 slides up in front of the 88 of Gabe Butler. The only Alliance Motorsports driver that is not inside the top 5 right now, that is Daniel Holloway. He finds himself in 14th spot. Take a look at the 21 of Holloway. The 7 of Josh Milam still off the lead lap. Slides up and out of the way. Milam, when he had a shot at getting back on the lead lap, running very hard, trying to race the leaders and doing it very respectful. Now that he has fallen back, you see he just gave up the positions there very easily without much of a fight. So again, showing some good sportsmanship, knowing the position that he's in, and not quite, won't say he's given up the fight just yet, but it's kind of accepted that this one is not going his way. Needs help from a caution. Logan Helton, Mark Mann running 1 and 2 down on that yellow line. Then it's Rick Seabrands in the 4 with Jim Mayer in the 95 on his back bumper. That is Alliance Motorsports, 4 out of 5 cars in the top 5. Gabe Butler, Peter DeBorgia from Meteor Racing running at 1 and 2 in the 3rd lane. They have Eric Laurie behind them as well. A little bit of contact through the tri-oval with DeBorgia and McCullough. Chris McCullough not really having any teammates out there with him. Only driver representing ARC Racing. Randall Cobb in the 52 just turned the fastest lap of the race at a 49.18. We haven't done it yet, so let's let the Bucks go wild as Randall Cobb has got that foot down to the floor. He has cranked it up to 11 to try and get this 52 into victory lane as we got 10 laps to go here in the opening race in the round of 16. Logan Helton in the 63, trying to pick up another win on the season and trying to be the first one to lock himself into the round of 8. Three wide, the battle at the front of the field is getting closer and closer. Logan Helton, as Terry Conley made a slicing move down to the yellow line, pulls in behind the 33 of Jeff Crosby. Logan Helton in the 63 has the top spot for the moment. Rick Seabrands in the 4. In the middle lane, teammates from Alliance Motorsports running a 1 and 2 right now. But they each have a teammate behind them as well. So that is the 04 Mark Mann and the 95 of Jay Mayer. Gabe Butler in the 88 trying to break up the hand holding that is going on by Alliance Motorsports. Butler has his teammates behind him, and Daniel Holloway in the 21, who was 14th just a few laps ago, now is the 4th car in the outside lane. So he is trying to get up front and join his teammates in the top 5. At the line this time, going to be 7 laps to go. Trouble in the tri-oval. Eric Laurie and Chris McCullough made contact. Eric Laurie actually went up in the air, but was able to save it. Unfortunately, he's losing a ton of ground to it. But he and Chris McCullough made contact in the tri-oval. Eric Laurie went airborne, landed on all 4s, and kept it straight. How about that? The save of the race from Eric Laurie. So now with 6 laps to go as they make their way to the start-finish line and through the tri-oval. Logan Helton, Rick Seabrand's, Gabe Butler continue to lead their respective lanes. Not much has changed behind them as far as who is pushing on who. Peter DeBorgia has been staying committed to the 88. The 95 of Jim Mayer committed to the 4. And the 04 of Mark Mann committed to that 63. Five laps to go this time by, this race winding down and getting to the nitty-gritty. We will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered if we need to. I, for one, would like to see this race play out without a caution. They have been running 3 wide lap after lap, putting on an excellent display of skill as Gabe Butler in the 88 had the race lead going into turn 3. But falling back coming off of turn 4. That is how it goes here at a Superspeedway. That outside lane really generates some momentum down the straightaway, but loses to the inside lines through the corner. Butler in the 88 trying to stay as close to the 4 and the 95 as he can and run that tight line. But the tighter you get to that second line, the more dangerous it becomes. Here we go. This time, gonna see 3 to go. Through the tri-oval, Logan Helton, Rick Seabrands continuing to run in their lanes with everything 3 wide. Not a lot of chance for making some moves. Gabe Butler getting a good run off the high side. Down the backstretch, a lot of wiggling going on. Everyone trying to stay tucked in tight behind the car in front of them. And with as close as we've been racing, gotta wonder if an engine's gonna let go here. Hoping that all the drivers are paying attention to their gauges. May not be time to blow an engine just yet. We get 2 to go. We get to the white flag. Gabe Butler came down on the 4, Rick Seabrands. Not sure what happened there, but how about the driving skills we got here? And now the 40 and the 88 are going to get together. Big contact. Jimmy Reynolds hard into the wall. Hunter Reynolds there as well. Peter DeBorgia in the 40 sideways. And the yellow flag is going to come out. On board with Eric Laurie. I'm not sure if he ghosted through or not. Looks like he's going to get credited with ghosting through that one. Trouble up ahead. We'll take one more look at this. Les Levy able to squeeze through. Somehow Gabe Butler did an outstanding job of saving that one. Unfortunately, though, a lot of chaos behind him. So yellow flag coming out. We are going to use our first attempt at a green, white, checkered. Rick Seabrand's on the pit road. 04 Mark Mann, though, stays out. Jeff Crosby in the 33 staying out. So our first attempt at a green, white, checkered. We go into overtime. Unfortunately, we had some very close racing and got a little too close. Brought out the caution. So Mark Mann in the 04 did not come down pit road. Neither did Jeff Crosby, Dustin Barber, Les Levy, Zach Workman, David Overstreet, Andy Brigante, Will Weber, Zach Fritsch. All those guys stayed out. Everyone else came down pit road. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 has had to sit on pit lane out of fast repairs. He had to use his very early in stage 1. Hunter Reynolds, championship contender, could very well be the first one out of this race. Chris McCullough also out of the race. He has gone behind the wall. So 2 championship contenders behind the wall. Things not looking too good for them. As McCullough in the 1, looks like he is rejoining the race. So he is going to make his way onto the racetrack. That car looking a little beat up, a little bit banged up. You gotta give it all you can, especially as a championship contender. You never know what's gonna happen, especially with these green-white checkers. They add extra laps and gives you an opportunity to pass a couple cars. "22 cars on the lead lap. Josh Milam in the 7 is the last car on the lead lap. Dave Hunt, Chris McCullough, Hunter Reynolds, Bob Lacavera, all drivers that are not on the lead lap. Dave Hunt and Chris McCullough multiple laps down. Hunter Reynolds behind the wall. He is several laps down as well. And Bob Lacavera has been sitting on pit road for the last 7 minutes and 15 seconds. But I do believe that 5 has sustained race-ending injuries. So the lights are out on the safety vehicle. Mark Mann in the 04 on the inside, and Jeff Crosby in the 33 on the outside. Both drivers looking for their first win this season. Crosby as a rookie looking for his first win here in OP on Monday night. And Mark Mann, inducted into the Hall of Fame, looking for his first win this season. Hard to believe the 04 looking for his first win of the season, but he has still put together an outstanding run so far. Got into the playoffs on points alone. In fact, had so many points, he locked it one race early. Here we go. Green flag is out, and away we go. Rick Seabrand sliding down to the yellow line. Can only imagine had a little bit extra help there. As sharp as that thing turned. Dustin Barber in the 6, making a move to the outside. Barber now challenging for the race lead on the 04, Mark Mann. Andy Brigante up in the 3rd lane. Will Weber in the 68, who's been using that 3rd lane all night long. And now Logan Helton gonna go to the top shelf. So Mark Mann in the 04, looking to cross the start-finish line and get the white flag. As Crosby gonna muscle it 5 wide through the tri-oval. Zach Workman down to the inside. White flag, final lap. Andy Brigante as Mark Mann goes down to the inside, stacking up behind them. Big crash. Andy Brigante out in front, trying to run away with this one. Logan Helton in the 63 on his back bumper. So several cars taken out through 1 and 2 on the final lap. No caution flag going to come out at that point. It is a race to the start-finish line. And 2 cars had broken away. Andy Brigante in the 013 and Logan Helton in the 63. Here comes David Overstreet in the 46. He's got a full head of steam. Can he make a move? He goes all the way to the 3rd lane. Randall Cobb tries to squeeze it in the middle. Oh, contact. Who's it going to be? David Overstreet at the line. Picks up the win. Zach Fritsch 2nd. Logan Helton 3rd. And David Overstreet picking up his first win of the season here tonight. How about that finish? That one was wild. Take a look at this finish once again. One more look at it. Very close racing. And the 46 comes across the start-finish line in first. And David Overstreet in the 46 pulls onto the front stretch. And so let's kick off our post-race show by talking to the man who wins here tonight, David O. How you doing, buddy?
Woo!
David Overstreet.
Oh my gosh.
Well, man.
Only that win came last week.
Right? One race ago wouldn't have been bad, but here you are picking up the win here tonight. Man, I'll tell you what. Tell me about that green, white, checkered attempt, especially on that last lap.
I thought we was done when Mark and them got into it right there. I don't know what happened there on the coming to the white flag right there at the checkered line. And then I noticed Les was behind me, so I got up in front of him, and I knew he was going to have a big run. I knew Logan was going to try to come up and block, and he did. And I didn't mean to wreck him, but I meant to rattle his cage, and I did, and it was just enough to get by him.
Well, the 46 crosses the start-finish line in first, and man, you had to hold off Zach Fritsch, Randall Cobb, and all of that while trying to get by Logan Helton.
Oh, yeah. I saw Fritchie on the apron, but there was no way I was going to move for him. But that was some exciting last lap.
That it was, man. Well, any shout-outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, I got to shout out Zach Workman for helping me and Les tonight and the past several weeks, and Jimmy Crow for watching, everybody else for watching. Sorry for the Hilton fans, but he finished second. So, and thanks KR for broadcast, Derek and Josh and everybody in the OP League. This is awesome.
All right, well, David Overstreet, congratulations on the win, man. Nice job. Go celebrate a little bit.
I think we'll go get a beer now.
There you go. David Overstreet gonna have a beer here in Victory Lane. Man, oh man, very exciting stuff. Picked up his first win here tonight. Now let's move on to the driver who finished in second spot and is not too far away from him. That is none other than the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Zach, you got yours on, bud?
Yes, I do, KR.
Well, man, that 12 machine brings it home in second place. Tell us a little bit about how you did that.
Oh, man. Just all a bit of luck there at the end. You know, when they all started flying everywhere, wrecking everywhere, I just shoot a gap and I aimed for it, and I got forced down to the underneath the yellow there to guy in front of me slow and a guy up top of me. So I hope they don't say any really thing about that. But I mean, it was just all luckiness and trying to shoot the gap to make it all the way to the end.
Well, make it to the end, you did, and man, I'll tell you what, like you're saying, you survived not only one but two wild runs to get there.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was so. You know, you have that right there in turn 4. You know, coming in the tri-oval, something happened there up front, and then I seen Rick got hit behind me. That's what made me get a little scared there. I was already on the edge of my seat, and then they started wrecking in front of me, made me even more edge of my seat. I'm surprised I didn't fall off the seat. So, but yeah, it was just all a bit of luckiness, and luckily we got up here for a podium to come talk to you.
Oh man, nice job. Opening race of this playoff round of 16, highest chase contender finish. Got to feel good about it. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you, KR, for broadcasting this. I'll be sure to tune in and watch this again tomorrow. Thank you for all the fans watching and my stream that's watching, congratulating me and stuff. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank OP and all of its admins. And I'd like to thank my team, Full Send Motorsports. We had Will Weber and Jeff Crosby tonight. They felt like we had a strong night for just 3 people.
Well, man, nice job. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is Zach Fritsch from Full Send Motorsports. Now, let's move on to our final driver, final step of the podium. That is the 63 of Logan Helton. And let's talk to Logan. Logan, congratulations on 3rd place, man.
Thank you. I thought I got second.
My timing and scoring shows you third. iRacing and my timing and scoring do differ from time to time, so you could be second.
Oh, well, I'll take third or second. It showed me second on my screen, so
well, I have you as third, but I'll tell you what, we'll interview as if you're in second.
Here we go. Yeah, I'll stop being annoying for you. Yes, second place, good race, good points day. Thanks to Alliance Motorsports for all the help tonight, and good win to David Overstreet.
Man, tell us a little bit about that race you had here tonight. It seemed like you pretty much, if you wanted to run at the front, you were at the front. If you wanted to drop to the back, you were at the back, and then it'd only take you a few laps to make your way forward.
Yeah, the way it was tonight was it was all just pit stops, and my brother is being really loud. I don't know. But yeah, it was just a lot of pit stops, strategy and stuff. And we were able to just capitalize on it, and we were able to move through the field whenever we wanted to, save fuel whenever we wanted to, and all that stuff.
Well, man,
yeah.
No easy task for sure, but you make it look easy week in and week out. Nice job here tonight, finishing second, third, somewhere in there. Walk us through the last lap, though.
So on the last lap, come to the line, I saw that they were all dying in front of me, so I just stayed high and waited for it. And I saw Andy and me were the only ones to survive, and a couple of guys behind us. My plan was to just push Andy as hard as I could all the way to the line until I could make a move in the tri-oval. But the guys behind us just caught us with a big run. So why did I just hear what someone said? I don't know. Sorry. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to make a move on them in the tri-oval, and then they were catching me with the run, so I moved up high, and I got the perfect side draft on both sides, and it looked like I was going to come home with the win. And then I got hit from every direction, and then I was spinning across the line in second. So I don't know if I can complain about a second. I'm happy with that. Happy David O got a win. That's pretty cool. I don't know who got third or someone. I'm not sure. But either way, whoever got third, good to them. And yeah.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Once again, congratulations on finishing in the top 3.
There we go. That works.
All right. That is Logan Helton from Alliance Motorsports, one of our top 3 finishers. His scoring showed him as second, so that is honestly probably what it should be, but my timing and scoring had him as third, so that's okay. Discrepancies here and there tend to happen when you're using all of this technology. So let's go ahead and go through our race results here tonight. David Overstreet picking up the win here on OP Monday night. Outstanding win for David O. Logan Helton and Zach Fritsch 2 and 3. So there you go. Logan Helton is in second. So I do have to apologize for that. My timing showed it as otherwise. Andy Brigante in 4th, 5th place, Randall Cobb. Peter DeVorgia in 6th, 7th goes to Les Levy, Josh Milam 8th, 9th, Eric Laurie, 10th, Jim Mayer. Sean Stevens finishing in 11th, 12th goes to Gabe Butler, 13th, Mark Mann, 14th, Jimmy Reynolds, Zach Workman 15th, 16th, Derek Conley, Daniel Holloway 17th, and 18th place going to Dustin Barber. 19th, Adam Evans, Jeff Crosby in 20th, 21st, Rick Seabrands, and Will Weber in 22nd. Last car on the lead lap. Then it's Dave Hunt, Chris McCullough, Hunter Reynolds, and Bob Lacavera rounding out our 26 car field. So that is going to do it for us here tonight on Monday night. Make sure you join me Wednesday night as race number 2 in the round of 16 for the Grand National Series kicks off. And then also next Monday, we'll have race number 2 for the OP Racing Premier Series. So until I see y'all either Wednesday or next Monday night, y'all stay safe and have an outstanding evening.